So hello guys, welcome back to my second video in this channel. Today I am going to share what problems I have been facing, what are the pros and cons as I have shifted from an Android to an iOS. First and foremost, I have shifted to this iOS since it has been 1.5 months, and there are many pros and cons that I have encountered during this time period. So the first features which I have encountered is the gestures. As we all know, in an Android, we can go back to the previous slide by pressing the home button, or there's an icon to which we can go back, or if we are dragging from left to right or right to left, then we can go back similarly. But in an iOS device, we cannot go back to the previous slide. Either we have to follow the instructions on the page as back or go back, and otherwise we can't go back to the previous slide. Either we have to exit or we have to follow those instructions given. This is a major drawback for an iOS device, and I think so in the previous updates and iOS followed by iOS 17.1 or 2, the features would be arriving soon, which is expected from Apple ecosystem. Second, we have encountered is a Truecaller feature. We have an app called Truecaller which normally recognizes people who are calling and gives us a notification beforehand, so we can know who the person is calling. When you are using an Android device, you can easily identify who is calling to you, but when you are using an iOS, you cannot identify. The notifications do not arrive at a particular time. Either the notification comes beforehand, or the notification comes after you have ended and call, and which is not necessary. When you end and call, you know that this person has already called. So this is a major drawback for an iOS, and also followed by the notification. If I'm telling, then iOS has a feature. If you drag the screen from the left hand side top corner, then you can see the notifications which have arrived to your device. But in an Android, you have an organized system which shows that okay, so you have got 5 notifications from WhatsApp, 3 notifications from YouTube. But in an iOS device, the notification arranges as it has received. Suppose we have received a notification from a friend in WhatsApp now, and later we have received another notification from another friend. What shows in Android is that you have received 2 messages from 2 chats, but in iOS it shows that okay, you have received this message from this person and other message from this person. Obviously, it has a person that you can easily see and reply to what messages which are convenient, and you can ignore the rest. So I think this is a drawback because major times we have to reply different persons. For suppose you are attending a meeting, suppose we are having a client and another person on the other hand also, so we cannot text from the home screen. So we have to go back, then again open the WhatsApp, then again reply to different persons. So this is a major drawback to be called. But iOS has a pro, that is its camera, its operating system. It can accept a huge load at a time. Suppose if you are doing a high editing skill or a high gaming skill, then iOS can support more better than an Android could do. And iOS can take as much heavy load rather than an Android could ever do. And if we are coming to an heavy task such as editing, it can support various iOS editing platforms. And whereas in an Android you can also similarly do, but an iOS feels them better and gives a more better result. And obviously in due terms of camera, which have been Apple focusing since 8 years, from Apple 10 series to still going on to the Apple 15 series latest, which has launched recent Tuesday. So Apple majorly focuses on the camera, the quality it sends to the user, and which have been increasing day by day. Apple is a great system for recording, for pictures and all. It supports 4K 60 FPS without having a single FPS drop. And if you are shooting with an Android device, you will obviously have a frame drop at different times. But iOS gives a smooth without any laggy textures. Third features is iOS gives a better privacy to the user. It blocks certain malware websites, phishing websites, and it shows that iOS has blocked certain websites due to its security reasons. Whereas in Android, if you open any website at a time, you can definitely open, which is the major drawback. And phishing websites can also contain some kinds of viruses and all, which can definitely harm our device. So Apple restricts that and makes the user free from from any kinds of viruses, which is a major benefit to the user itself. And if I'm talking about the cons, yeah, iOS has defined cons, such as if you're sending any pictures to anyone in WhatsApp or say in any other platforms, we send it in a document format, because the document format helps us to send without diminishing the picture quality. In Android, you can easily do that. Whereas in iOS, you have to first save the file, then you have to move to library, then you can easily send the file, which is a long, lengthy process. But in iOS, it is just a one-click process. So definitely iOS is a different system and Android is a different system. I'm totally not merging these two, and I'm not differentiating these two. Obviously, Android has this perspective in its view, and an iOS has this perspective in its view. iOS is best, Android at its place is best. No comparisons to anyone. And if you are watching this video till now, you have a great sense of humor and you have a great patience that you have survived this 5 minutes or 3 minutes of this talking of conversation. And if you are thinking to buy an Apple product, or if you are thinking to switch to iOS, then definitely buy. We are having a sale at Flipkart, Amazon, at other websites. Great Indian Festival sale, or which is arriving lately at last of September or the first week of October. The prices will be reducing too much, when you can go for an iOS device. That's all for today. I hope you liked the video. I hope you like my suggestions and all, which I have been facing since days. Though iOS is good at these times and suppose Android is good at this time, I similarly thought at some times that obviously switching from an Android was a poor decision, but at different times I thought that okay, it was a good decision to shift to an iOS, because yeah, I'm getting these features which I'm not getting in an Android, and obviously same thing vice versa and all continues. And this is how my life is going. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you liked it. If you like my video, then don't forget to give a like and comment down your suggestions about my video. What's the thing you want me to recover, what's the thing you want me to make a best for the next videos. So yeah, you can do it. Yeah, feel free. Okay, so we are meeting in the next video. Up till then, bye, take care.